And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would go silent and listen to his recitation. And the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam would cry at the recitation of Sayyidina Musab. Why? Because he truly loved the Messenger and he was in love with Allah. His service wasn't just lip service, you understand? It wasn't just chatting it. He truly loved. And when he came to love, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam made him amongst the teachers of the Quran al-Kareem in Madinatul Munawwarah. And then he said what? خَيْرُكُمْ مَنْ تَعَلَّمَ الْقُرْآنَ وَعَلَّمَهُ. The best amongst you are those who learn the Quran and teach it to others. And when the call came to Allah, when the time for jihad came, Sayyidina Musab ibn Umair, he was amongst the first to say, Labbaik ya Rasulullah, I am present for you, O Messenger of Allah. Sa'daik, I am here at your service. And when he said it, the man done it, you understand? He done it. He gave his life for the sake of Allah. And when the time came for the burial of Sayyidina Musab ibn Umair, what happened? You know, when we honor our dead, when our marhumeen, when our deceased, when they pass on, how do we honor them? We bathe them, we put beautiful smells on them, we wrap them up in the best of white cloth, because the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said, try to dress in white as often as you can, and dress your dead in white, for it shows purity. It shows purity. So we dress our dead in white, and then we honor them by praying over them. Praying over them. But this companion of the Messenger of Allah salawatu rabbi wasalam alayhi, when he truly fell in love with Rasulullah salawatu rabbi wasalam alayhi, in the battlefield before he died, he was amongst those companions who was jumping in the front of the Messenger of Allah when the enemy were flinging arrows towards Rasulullah salawatu rabbi wasalam alayhi. He was jumping in front of them. So the arrows don't touch the master, but they touch him. And eventually when he lost his life, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at the handful of times in his life when he has truly cried, this was the time when the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam cried to the extent where his blessed beard became wet. Why? Musab has lost his life today for the sake of Allah. And when the Messenger of Allah looked towards him, he looked around and he said to the companions, bear witness that he has given his life for the sake of the deen. He truly loved his Lord and the Messenger. Be a witness to this. And then there wasn't even enough cloth to cover his dead body. And there was a time when he used to walk around with the best of clothing. He had the best of the best. But when he gave for the sake of Allah and His Messenger, he truly gave it. There wasn't enough cloth to cover his blessed body, ayyuhal khullam. And what did they do? When they tried to cover his head, in one narration, what it was one of the qamis, the thobe of another companion that they ripped in half. And they said, cover up Musab's body in this today, Musab ibn Umair's body in this today. When they would cover the head, the feet were exposed. So they cover the feet and the head is exposed. They turned to the Messenger of Allah, there's not enough cloth to cover him, Messenger of Allah. The Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam then said, cover his head up. Break some branches that have green leaves on them from a tree and cover his feet up with that. And lay him down in the grave. And then say salutations upon him. In Salam. And when the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam buried him, what did he say? He turned to the companions and he said, until the morning of Qiyamah, keep saying salams to him and he will return your salam. For he is amongst those who has given his life for the sake of Allah. He truly loved Allah and His Messenger. My respected brethren in the deen, seriously question your lifestyle. Seriously think, if you are a true Sunni, How many sunnahs of the Messenger do you apply in your life? If you are a true Sunni and you truly love him, salawat Rabbi wa salamun alayh, don't let a single day go past except that you send salutations upon him at least 100 times a day. At least 100. 500 is the least you can do. But start with 100 if you don't already. Say inshallah, you will all do this. Say inshallah. Say it with a loud voice, brothers. Be sincere to the Messenger. 100 salawats upon him every single day. And if you already do 100, increase it. 100 after every salah. And he sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has said what? An individual who sends 500 salutations upon me. Rawat Tabarani said Abdullah bin Abbas radiyallahu anhu. An individual who sends 500 salawat upon me, then I will surely intercede for that person on the day of Qiyamah. So if you truly want to increase love for him, salawat upon him. Start becoming those people who not only attend the gatherings of the beloved salawat Rabbi wa salam alayh, but when you leave the gatherings, the momentum stays with you. How does it stay with you? One question often asked is, how do you keep that high? You know that high that you receive in a majlis of the mawlid and a dhikr gathering? How do you keep that with you? Surround your surroundings with those things that remind you of him. So in your household, not only do you put up, and Allah, you cannot have anything better than a picture of the Na'lain Sharif in your house. Put up pictures of the Na'lain Sharif. Put up pictures of Madinatul Nabi alayhi salatu wa taslim. And you look towards it, instantly sallallahu alayhi wa sallam comes from your mouth. When you pick up the Na'lain Sharif in your house, you look towards it, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam comes from your mouth. So your surroundings, the people you associate with, trust me. Wallah, by Allah I tell you, that person ain't no friend of yours. If they are inviting you towards falsehood, if they are inviting you towards sin, if they invite you towards haram, they ain't no friend of yours. They are no friend of yours. A true friend of yours is that individual where if you do something wrong, they remind you of the wrong. They don't diss you for it. They don't backchat about you for it. They remind you, say, listen, I love you for the sake of Allah, but this is wrong, you should be doing this. And when time for salah comes, they say to you, come on, let's pray salah. When there's a gathering of the deen on, they say to you, you know, there's a gathering happening, chalo usme fil mein chale. Chalo falan ke ghar mein milad ho raha hai. Chalo yahan ye ho raha hai. They remind you of khair. And when you come across evil, they remind you, stay away from this. This is going to corrupt us. Ain't nothing in the deen saying that you can't chill out and you can't have a good time with your boys, you understand? If you ain't going to enjoy yourself being a Muslim, there ain't no other way of enjoying yourself. The way Muslims enjoy themselves, nobody else enjoys themselves that way. But know your limits. Something that will earn sin is not enjoyment, wallah. It's not enjoyment. That will only corrupt your heart. I pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keeps me and you sincere towards Rasulullah salawat rabbi wa salam alayh. Jashn milad nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam tamam hazrat mubarak. Jazakumullah khair.